Welcome Kasturians. In this video we will discuss chapter 4 of geography, that is minerals and power resources. So let's start. So what are minerals? Minerals are substances which are obtained by mining the earth, that is the non-living solid substances concentrated in a particular area or rock formation. But a very important point to be noted is that minerals may or may not be commercially useful. When we see the minerals, they have the following characteristics. They are distributed over the earth's surface but unevenly. That is, there is unequal distribution of resources all over the earth's surface. Secondly, the minerals, they are present or they are found, but they contain a large variety of impurities mixed with them. The mineral resources, they are exhaustible, and these mineral resources are in use since prehistoric times. Like we know, Stone Age, the time when the humans, they were using weapons and implements made up of stone, and it is estimated that copper was probably the first metal to be used by the early humans. Followed by the Copper Age was the Bronze Age, in which the humans, they developed the art of mixing copper and tin and they obtained bronze. Apart from bronze and copper, it was iron which was majorly used by the prehistoric humans, and that age came to be known as the Iron Age, and now the Iron Age is replaced by the Steel Age. Now we will see the different types of minerals. See, on the basis of their composition, we have two types of minerals, that is metallic minerals and non-metallic minerals. So what are these? Metallic minerals, they are actually found in the form of ores. Means the ore is the mineral from which a metal can be extracted profitably and conveniently. But when it comes to minerals, minerals are the materials which are obtained by mining the earth. That is, an ore is a mineral, but a mineral need not to be a ore. So the metallic minerals, they can be further divided into two types, that is ferrous and non-ferrous. What are these? Let's have a look. This classification of metallic minerals as ferrous or non-ferrous is done on the basis of the iron content present in them, like the iron ore, manganese and chromite. These are ferrous minerals as they contain iron, whereas the non-ferrous minerals, they contain other metals or metals other than iron. They may contain copper, silver, lead, gold. Now we will see the non-metallic minerals. Minerals which do not have metals in them, like nitrate, sulfur, potash, salt and coal. Petroleum and coal, as we know, they are widely used as fuel or sources of power, and they are called mineral fuels. The mineral non-metallic fuels, they are found in sedimentary rocks. Now we will see how the minerals, they are extracted. As I told you earlier in the beginning of video, mineral is something which is obtained by mining. So it is the process of digging out earth and taking out mineral from the lower surface of the earth. And this process of digging out the earth surface to take out the buried rocks for extracting minerals is called mining. The method which is used for mineral extraction, it depends upon the depth at which the minerals are found. When the minerals, they are near the earth's surface, they are simply dug out. This is called quarrying. When the mineral ores, they are located at a shallow depth, they can be taken out by removing the surface layer. So this removal of surface layer is called open pit or open cast mining. But when the mineral deposits are at greater depth or very deep inside the earth's surface, Then, to reach such mineral deposits, a shaft needs to be dug, and such a mine is called a shaft mine. The shaft mine has many underground chambers, and the lifts are used by miners to reach such underground chambers. Also, in order to obtain mineral fuel, especially that is petroleum, we have to dig the wells to extract oil and natural gas. So this process of digging wells and extracting mineral is called drilling. Now we will see distribution of minerals. As in the beginning we have discussed that minerals, they are not equally distributed throughout the earth's surface. So there are some areas in which rich and adequate mineral deposits are found, but there are some areas which lack such mineral deposits. Also, due to extensive mining, most of the mineral deposits, they have been exhausted, or they are coming towards the verge of getting exhausted. So the mineral distribution is very important. Now let's have a look on the mineral distribution in different continents. So let's start from Asia. When we see Asia, it's the largest continent of all the 7. So basically many minerals are found in Asia, and these minerals include iron ore, tin, manganese, bauxite, nickel, copper, zinc, lead, antimony, mica and tungsten. When it comes to iron ore production, China, India, Russia, Azerbaijan and Southeast Asia, they contain rich deposits of iron ore, and India is one of the main producer. Along with Indonesia, India is one of the main producer of bauxite, that is the ore from which aluminium can be extracted. Then we have tin. More than half of the world's tin is produced in Asia, and the leading tin producers include China, Malaysia, Thailand, Vietnam, Philippines and Indonesia. And India, when it comes to mica production, India leads the world. India is the largest producer of mica in the world, and China is the leading producer of lead, antimony and tungsten. Manganese, nickel, copper, gold, silver and zinc are the rich deposits which are used for commercial purposes at a larger scale, especially in Asia. Now we have Europe. Europe has a rich mineral deposits, and this is because of this reason. This is because of the rich mineral deposits that industrial revolution, it began in Europe. And the main mineral, of course, for industries, the machines are there, and machines, they are made by iron and steel. So Europe was having heavy deposits or huge deposits of iron ore, along with bauxite, zinc, lead, sulfur, potash, copper and mercury. As I told you, Europe is the leading producer of iron ore, and the deposits, iron ore deposits, they are distributed throughout the continent. And along with Europe, especially in European continent, the main countries involved in iron ore production include Ukraine, Russia, Spain, Germany, France, Sweden and UK. Bauxite is found in Germany, France, Norway, Austria, UK, Russia and Italy. Lead and zinc, they are found in Belgium, France, Spain, Germany and Poland. Eastern Europe and Russia, they have rich deposits of copper, manganese and nickel. And when we see sulfur and potash, they are found in many parts of Europe. Now let's have a look at the mineral resources in North America. See, in North America, it is the Canadian Shield, the Appalachian region and the mountain ranges of the west. These are the main regions where the minerals are found in abundance. Iron ore is found around the Great Lakes. is the second largest producer of iron ore in the world. The Canadian Shield region, it has vast deposits of iron ore, gold, nickel, uranium and copper. When we see the western mountains, that is the mountain ranges of the west, which we have mentioned earlier. So these western mountains, they have rich deposits of copper, lead, zinc, gold and silver, and the largest lead and zinc deposits are found in British Columbia in Canada, and Mexico is the largest producer of silver in the world. It's an interesting fact and amazing fact. Now in South America, the Eastern Highlands, the Andes Mountain partially and Venezuela, these are rich in mineral resources. It was basically the search for gold and silver that drove the Europeans to come to South America. When we see iron ore, Brazil is the largest producer of iron ore in the world. Copper is found in abundance in Chile and Peru. Brazil and Bolivia, they are the leading producers of tin in the world after India. And bauxite deposits are found in Guyana, Suriname and Brazil. Gold, silver, zinc, manganese, chromium, mica, platinum and asbestos, these are found in large reserves in South America. And nitrates are which are used as a major component of chemical fertilizers, they are found in the Atacama Desert, and Chile is the main producer of nitrates. Next is Africa. When we see Africa, this continent is well known for the natural vegetation, but apart from this, this continent is also known for larger gold production. Gold, diamond, platinum, cobalt and are largely produced in Africa. When we see the copper belt of Africa, it is running from Congo to Zambia, that is the Democratic Republic of Congo to Zambia. New Guinea is the leading producer of bauxite, and gold is mined chiefly in South Africa, Zimbabwe and Congo. In fact, the Democratic Republic of Congo is the largest. Cobalt and uranium deposits, they are found in South Africa and Niger. Manganese, it occurs in Ghana and Gabon, and diamonds, they are mostly found in Kimberley, which is in South Africa. Then we have Australia. It is the Australian mineral rich that attracted the settlers, and this remote and barren continent, it became a populous continent. It is the largest producer of bauxite in the world. Gold, diamond, iron ore, tin and nickel are found here. In huge deposits are there. The mineral deposits also include manganese, lead, zinc, silver, copper, nickel, uranium and tin. And the gold deposits are mostly concentrated in Kalgoorlie and Coolgardie regions. Now we have Antarctica. Exploration and exploitation of the mineral resources of Antarctica is difficult, and this is also assumed or believed that the snow cover or thick snow cover is hiding iron ore, coal, copper, uranium, gold and silver. The main mineral deposit regions of Antarctica include the Trans-Antarctic Mountains and the Prince Charles Mountains.